Yeah, we back. It's another session. It's Thursday. Session with Shell. It's your man, Uncle Shell.
It's your boy, Fly Todd.
Yeah, man, we ain't here again, man. Family. It's good to see y'all again. The community, the tribe. You already know, man. How you feeling today, man? What's the check-in like today?
Feeling pretty swell, my boy. I can't lie, man.
Okay.
Feeling pretty swell, man.
Swell, so that's a great thing.
Feeling optimistic about the future today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What got you there? I'm intrigued.
I don't know. I don't know for real. I just woke up on the right side of the bed.
There you go. That's always
Literally.
a good start.
Dead ass though. How was your day though, my boy?
Same, man. Keep it simple. Just like that. I'm just kind of just happy to be alive. Another opportunity to get better all the time, man.
I heard that.
Just pushing through. Corporate grind as always, man. If y'all wanted to know, it's always there. Corporate grind.
Straight up.
Yeah, man. But talk to me, man. I know we was getting into some crazy stuff just happening around the globe.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shit is getting real, B.
Yeah,
so in Israel, there's like we've been talking about major protests around the globe for a while.
Right.
But in Israel, everybody's protesting. So Benjamin Netanyahu is basically trying
that's
to.
a name for you right there.
Yeah, man. So basically, what he's trying to do is take away the power of the circuit court to check him as the supreme power in Israel.
Right.
And if you didn't know the way the three branches of government work, it's like checks and balances. Judicial check, executive check, legislative. But the bad thing about Israel is they don't have a written constitution the same way that we do in America.
Got you.
So there's potential for there to be like gridlock, because there's no written constitution. If
locking it down.
Yeah. So if the bill was to pass, but then the Supreme Court shut it down, it's going to be gridlock on who has the authority to do what. So there's a major situation going on in the world.
Big power struggle from what it sounds like.
Sure.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, that's a tough thing. It's something that those other countries actually push America to do all the time, which is really go against the grain of Western society and just a lot of the American laws that's been laid on us at the time.
So and another thing is the American the image of America overall in the world has kind of been degraded as well. It seems like everybody in these foreign countries believe that America is just trying to push this homosexual agenda on the world, because like I said, there's people dying, starving. They're comparing and saying that China and Russia's coming in, trying to help them secure themselves and be able to defend themselves. While America only wants to come in and do like a human rights activism. Which mainly is pushing like same-sex marriage.
Right. I was gonna say which is going on over here.
And abortion and and abortion laws and things like that. Where in a lot of countries, that shit is just not acceptable. If you get pregnant, you having a baby. Whether it's your cousin, your daddy, or
it's against their traditional laws all day. Exactly. No, you're totally right about that, man. I think that's something to pay attention to in a major way. They ain't teaching them that in these schools. Speaking of school, man, actually shout out to the babies going back, man.
Yeah, man.
And shout out to the parents that's been holding it down ever since.
Definitely shout out to the parents. I know everybody's excited to put the babies on that bus.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the babies out there. Get your learning on. Get back to it. Get back to the grind. Stop crying about getting up early and having to go to school. Just get it done.
Nah, for real.
Make your parents proud, man. For real. That's what it's about.
So you got one job, nigga.
Yeah, just one. That's it. And then we'll bless you with everything. You know what I mean? That's just what we do. But speaking of developments and stuff and crazy stuff going on, this Maui thing is getting wilder and wilder, man. Every time. Wild. Again, shout out to all the families, and the prayers go out to everyone that had to endure what was going on. But just seeing more and more that they have these things now where
you can't even access the site anymore.
You can't access the site. There's people now that were witnesses saying there were police officers stopping them from going into their homes. And
you can't fly drones over the area anymore. They're putting up these privacy fences with this black tarp you can't see into the site.
Come on. So one thing, and I know this can go into challenging perceptions, but I just wanted to know your thoughts, man. They talk about this blue color, the blue. and how everything that was blue withstood this, this fire.
I haven't seen that. I've seen a bunch of things where they compare the melting rate of aluminum and
I saw
asphalt.
That. I did see that.
As cars melting around with the aluminum, but the asphalt around them isn't melting. I mean,
it's a lot to it, man. I do think there's some. We're not going to use the C word up here, but I do think there's some details that need to be looked at.
Think about it. The basis of this is the main question. Do you believe that your government is capable of doing something like that for their own gain?
For sure.
Exactly.
The capability's there, the power's there, the time and opportunity is there. Everything is in their favor to do it.
I agree.
For sure, man. I thought about something for a minute. Do you think a Hunger Games situation could go down?
I'm sure in some country there's a form of that already happening.
Woo!
I mean,
would you make it? Would you make it if you was there? Would you
fucking
be
right?
You be Katniss out here?
Fucking right.
Yeah, Katniss.
Or die trying.
What was my man? What's the other dude's name? Peter. Young Peter out here. Yeah.
Nah, that won't Peter Blood.
No, that's Bart. Hey, shout out Paul Blart. Paul Blart. Shout out.
Yeah, Paul Blart.
That's that joint though, bro. Shout out Kevin James.
I think it's either that or die trying, my nigga. I'm definitely not just gonna be easy to take me out, my nigga.
No, sir, man. Every bit of resource in my body
guerrilla warfare
is going down. You hear me?
They're gonna make them people love me.
Exactly. Hey, you better get all your rewards and all your donations. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be out there eating people.
Come on. All right. This is where we gotta go to. This is where we go to commercial. Nah, it's crazy stuff, man.
Nah, but I'm sure in some culture around the globe, there's something that is very comparable to what goes on in.
For sure. And if that, I joke about it, but if that occurs, I mean, guys, let's just be prepared to tap into who you are, to handle your business, handle your family, and just take care of your business, man.
For sure.
Do you call yourself a doomsday prepper, my boy?
Nah. I'm envious of doomsday preppers. Though. Like,
listen, I'm serious dedication, bro.
Very intrigued by people who are like doomsday preppers. Though.
For sure.
I think there's always a necessary level of preparation that needs to occur, like in your life, period. But I wouldn't say a doomsday prepper just because there's people that are dedicated.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, who have like
canned food out, crazy, the dry foods,
building bunkers in their backyard,
bunkers, stashing the water, putting things away for barter systems. I mean,
bro, I'm envious of people who participate in the field.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not well versed.
Listen, I'm envious of those people that get land and then survey the land and end up finding bunkers in their land.
Yeah, that's gangster as fuck.
What? You know how crazy that is? You stumble upon a couple bunkers.
Is that something you think you'd buy if you came upon a big sum of money? Like
I would buy to build one, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Buy
some land and build one, or invest in one already established.
Yes. Well, if it's already established, I'll do my best to understand
everything. They have them that are for sale on the open market.
I'm sure. But if I had the choice, I'd build one. If I had the choice, I'd have one installed. Definitely.
Buy some land, develop the land.
For sure. And the people that would be building it would be on the NDA and everything. Like,
for sure.
Yeah, that's one of those tight-lipped situations. But definitely, that's a good question, man. Definitely.
Go get me fucking 50 acres out in fucking Nebraska somewhere. Montana.
Listen. What do you think about just what's going on right now with? I always try to bring up hip hop because it's a part of our lifestyle, man, and how we are. But just right now, is there a real message even being portrayed right now?
Nah, nothing worth perpetuating.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think there are some artists who have the cult following who wouldn't be considered like mainstream now, but there are people that are saying something worth saying. But for the most part, no. Not much. Mainstream hip hop is trash can music right now.
And all the people we love got podcasts now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not a diss either. It's like, some are great, some
a lot of people who have this substance, who are trying to use their celebrity and build a platform to have a positive impact. Most of them people have transitioned over to podcasting and the media side.
They have.
Because like I said on the last show, it's like being a celebrity is the money now. You're gonna get more money from your social media following,
right, the fame,
and your influence on that social media following than you're gonna get from any record.
As you said, influencer, right? That, you know, that's the key phrase in all of that right now. That's like the title people, you know, hunt for now. You know. Shout out influencers. First of all, shout out Casanat if you ain't seen the little short film that he just did recently.
I ain't like bro at first, but I can fuck with
the grind is there. You know what I mean? That's that, and you know, shout out to
he's
him,
like
man.
He's like a Roger from Sister of the internet,
right? Yeah,
but a smoother version, of like a more refined version,
right? The one you want to be around.
A funny little brother for life, though. I feel like that's gonna be like the thing that get him.
For sure.
Like,
I think that's what locks him in is his genuine love for people. You know what I mean? And then how he shows the people off. What's that?
They charge my nigga, gave that nigga felony charges, inciting a riot.
Really? He got the felony charge?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to work out in his favor, though.
Yeah.
But it was a crazy situation out there.
That's a tough one, man.
Shout out to all the influencers, though. Who,
definitely. Stay safe out here, too, while you're doing it.
Shout out to influencers who staying, like, sturdy, though. Not everybody out here coaching niggas on how to crash out for the most part, but some of y'all out here are solid and trying to lead and
for sure, and really trying to create a path. For sure. Thank y'all for that. You know, thank you for the courage. You know, honestly, to put your life on blast. You know, in a sense, in reference to sacrificing for content and just show who you are, man. This could be therapy for you. You know, you doing that. So
and for all y'all trying to script all this stuff, man.
Come on, keep that away.
At least be good at it.
Though. Really,
y'all suck.
Seriously though, man, because a lot of it just looks real, you know, fugazi.
Exactly. Some of y'all suck at that shit.
Yeah, man. Man. We ain't down with that. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how we move. But on some you know, lighter things. Anybody you listening to right now that you know, just that picks you up, takes you to that level. Oh, we might have somebody pull up. That's the little Brody RB3. We always shouting out. Listen, we out shouting out big bro, little bro.
Where you coming at?
Yeah, stop it. Oh,
fuck.
Damn. Skynet.
Going on?
Skynet. As I said, RB3 stepped up in the building. You know
Big bro.
Yeah, you already know. Fish God in here. So you just tapping into the conversation. Shout out to the people, man. Say hi to the tribe. Man.
What up, tribe? How y'all doing today, man?
Yeah, y'all already know. Y'all heard the voice before, so y'all know he tapped in. That's family right there. But one thing I want to do, man, is always want to shout out people who's making a positive effect in the community. You know, the mayor of Newport News, Philip Jones, man, young guy, young bull out here, really making it happen, handling community well, and shout out Trey.
Shout out to man Curtis Bethany III.
That's right.
My boy Trey.
That's right.
Out here, really the voice. You know what I'm saying? It's like we know Philip Jones, but I feel like Trey's like the real voice in everything going on. Indeed. Two young dudes, two young black dudes. You know, taking care of their community. You know, they really care. They really showing that they care.
We need the examples more, y'all.
Yeah,
I mean, think about when our parents were growing up and their parents before them. You know, they had these big, I don't even want to call them political figures, but they just had people that were really standing up for something.
I think they were just closer to it. You know, it's like a lot of people are so far separated from the politics, local, national, globally.
Well, shit, I'm saying like the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, like we don't have those standout people.
Activists who didn't want the recognition.
Right.
I mean,
they're still out there. They was out there though.
Nowadays, activists they want too much credit for shit that they didn't even establish.
This is true.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, a lot of the programs have started to be proven scams that were
people's quest to be famous now. So, I think
back to that, right?
It gets louder than the message that they're actually standing for. But like
so
I said,
it's everywhere. It's a pandemic.
Yeah, and like I said, I think with the media and the way it's
epidemic.
The media and the way it's presented to us, we have so many more options of content to subscribe to that.
Indeed.
We're just, like I said, farther separated from politics. You know, most people won't participate in a conversation about politics.
So do me a favor. Go ahead.
What you just said though, we're far away from that, but the politicians are far away from reality.
Right, that's
They're
true.
not living
This is true.
our everyday life.
No, for sure.
Everyday life.
So I guess that's really who I'm speaking to is where, you know, no slight on Curtis, Bethany, and, you know, our mayor. No slight on them, but where are those people that don't consider themselves a part of those politics, right? But are being able to speak on a platform big enough. You know, they don't want the camera, but the camera's on them because of the fact they're polarizing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't get enough.
Do you feel like we have them out there?
No, we definitely do. And
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And Curtis is definitely one because
and that's why I'm kind of focusing on them. Yeah.
In the streets, talking to kids, and talking to people, and I see him on the news or out here and out there.
Yeah, that matters.
What we need, you know what I mean?
Indeed, that matters for sure.
To connect to the people, you have to get out there with the people.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
He's a good example of that. He's definitely had a lot of grassroots programs that he started, and he's been in the political scene for a while. He last year, in the last cycle, I believe he lost to be on the city council. And as you can see, Newport News is recently going under like a major overhaul in their city council and school board. Is another race I believe he lost in the past. But like you can see, I mean, it's time for change, and I think it's just great to see young black men, you know, stepping into these positions, you know, and they're capable. It's not like they're getting the job through affirmative action or some shit. You know
right. This is like, true. This is true. No. These are people that positions they're in, they deserve based off the work.
Sure. And I think that's fine.
For sure. No, I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, man. Shout out to City on my chest too, man.
Shout out City on my chest.
Hurricanes.
Shout out Virginia Villains. Shout out, you know,
Falcons, the Maybach Saints.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to all these organizations ran by, you know, minorities for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
New York City for being the most diverse of them all.
Listen,
we got a little bit of everything out there. But man, shout out Pifco.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead, bro.
Need the diversity, man.
Talk about it.
Just listen to my nieces and nephews talk amongst each other.
Sad, ain't
it? It's like,
yeah.
It kind of makes me sad as a parent. But then when I hear my kids directly, it makes me proud because I know that I've instilled something in them that it doesn't make them, you know what I mean?
So this is the thing. It's something about that though, where, because you said two things, you know, where it's like out in the world, the diversity part is tough right now, right?
Yeah.
But in home, they understand. But it's through your stories, it's through your experiences.
That's because they
to where they lock in. Right.
Interact with people.
Right. So what are some things we can do to help them more? Because I can tell you right now, like I said, like when we talk about movies, just movies in particular, and then just movies in particular, and the nostalgic things that come with that, right? We didn't grow up with a whole bunch of black movies. There was white movies we liked, right? And, you know, Native Americans that were movies that we loved, right? I mean, that were teaching us about those different cultures. Where is that now? You know what I'm saying? It's just really gone, you know, in my opinion.
All this Black Lives Matter stuff, I don't teach that in my house.
Yeah.
Yes, all lives matter.
Yeah.
You know
listen. Understand. And understand, people, the tribe. Y'all understand what we're saying when we say that too. Because don't go around the trendy way of what that is.
Is self-awareness.
Yeah, man. Big.
You know what I mean? No matter if you're white, black, Asian, Puerto Rican,
it all go back to the golden rule you taught when you first go to kindergarten.
Treat people how you want to be treated, brother.
Treat people how you want to be treated.
That's it. That is it, man.
You know, for sure. Like that's the golden rule, and that shit will guide you through most relationships in life. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
The temporary ones, the permanent ones. If you're treating people the way you want to be treated, you know, most oftentimes, you know, you're gonna.
It'll get reciprocated properly. Exactly, for sure. I totally agree.
For sure.
All right, going through it right now, just because I love when we do this. Top 5 MCs right now, and not right now
so
in the vicinity.
So we have to put.
We just had a slight discussion before the show.
Let's do a top 3 to make it quick.
We get top 3.
We're gonna put parameters on it though. We'll do
three. Top. We doing top 3. Do 3 parameters.
We're gonna do most
influential. This is live.
Hottest right now. And talent. Those are the parameters.
Hottest right now. So see, that part is huge. Hottest right
I
now.
can't be in the hottest
Relevance.
right now
That's tough.
I can't. I don't listen to people who say.
So this is
so
a
you
gauge.
gotta
It's
snatch
a
the hottest
gauge
right now,
It's a gauge
though.
on your ear right now. So if you're not tapped in, then we'll see that you're not tapped in by your choice.
Oh, that not tapped in.
It's a gauge on all that. It's a gauge on
But
all
it's
that.
okay.
So
All
we
right.
can see.
So who want to roll it first?
Send it that way. I want to last.
RB3. Let's get it.
Don't worry what y'all say.
Alright, so I'm starting with the most influential.
And run them down.
Right
With no
now.
interruptions. Run them down. Top 3. Try it. Get in the comments. Drop your top 3.
Not
Like,
that
subscribe.
No. All right.
Okay,
Session with Michelle.
influential. I can't really talk about that because I don't do social media. I don't do that.
Do what you do. Who's influential to you? Who's hot to you? And what was the third one?
Talent.
And the talent.
Yeah. So you basing it off of.
So you can have them because you can have some influential people, but they might not be as talented as some other cats.
Right now, it's like you can think of it like if you turn on the radio right now, who you gonna hear?
I mean, I could.
And it's all of hip hop,
I could probably run
the
three
whole
off.
array of hip hop. So it's
I
like
listen to 91.1.
Come on,
95.
come on! Shout out this, shout out
I am an old
the
head
old
heart.
smooth
Right.
jazz,
Yes.
and some
R&B.
R&B.
it's
You know what I mean?
it's
Nothing wrong
still
with
kind of
that.
hard for me to
Go
generate.
ahead.
I'm thinking.
I don't know.
So I think like influential wise, I feel like Lil Baby is sitting at like the top of the list when it comes to like influence.
You took one of
All
my
three
ones.
categories. It's
You
like
took one of my ones
Lil
right
Baby
there,
got
for sure.
The influence, he's
Yep.
hot right now, and
Yep.
then he kind of talented.
fully
you know?
agree.
And he got his own sound. So Lil Baby's probably the number one person I'd say.
Okay.
As much as I hate to say it, one of the most influential people right now and the hottest people right now is sad to say, but it's Sexy Red is one of those people, you know, and that could be subbed out with like Glorilla's kind of up there too, that you can say it, and it's sad that it's subbable.
Like, listen.
And then it's like I even want to say like Ice Spice
I was
on
about to say
3
the same thing.
because it's like they are the people I know. If I turn the radio on right now,
yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm gonna hear one of those 3 artists for sure,
But
within 10 minutes of being in the car.
in only my opinion, just like assholes, we all have one, right? There's no talent in them last 2 that you said to me.
And see, that's the only.
But
Yeah,
I will say this much, right?
they were interchangeable. Though.
They're there for a reason, right? I'm
Because
not
you could
gonna-
always throw Drake in there.
Listen, and that's
it
what,
would work.
bro. We going to
You know?
we gonna be real about it.
Yeah.
I gotta have Drake in the conversation.
Yeah.
I gotta have Lil Baby in the conversation. And there's some interchangeables in the third, but because I am biased and because that's just my dog, I'm gonna put Kendrick only because he's somebody that I know is timeless. You know what I'm saying? But I need that there because that's the time. That's something we can't let go.
Just like
people would throw J. Cole in there if they wanted to in that part, but I can't do
If
that.
I was to name my 3, I would say Kendrick, J. Cole, and probably Lil Baby.
Because you're really covering talent.
It's just when it
You're
comes to like.
covering influence.
And
because niggas literally start dressing like these people. Like that's influence. You know what I mean?
Too much music, but
I
J.
just
Cole,
when it comes to like being
Nah,
hot,
he been cool.
hot
Yeah.
right
he
now.
stopped to go play basketball.
I mean,
he's
niggas is growing. Right.
He is being.
Niggas is growing. bro.
J. Cole has reached a point where he's like, you know, he's J. Cole.
Yeah.
Whatever he do, he's already reached such a high level of rap. But another one you can put in there as easily as like Lil Durk can easily be put in there.
Yeah.
Because
I'll give you talent there. You know what I mean? I'll give you talent, influence, and a hot.
Right. So
You know what I
he's
mean?
another
So,
one that can be easily
for
plugged
sure.
in right there.
Yeah. Well, I think you know what. Even with all the ones we've named, you know, they deserve to be where they are. You know, respect to each ones. Even the ladies that are on there, you know, they have their.
And you can shout everybody out except for this Sexy Red movement, bro. I can't really say nothing.
Cool on it, man.
I can't say nothing good about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like with the City Girls, it's like I like hearing shorties rap like that, low key, like the Trina wave. You know, the Kaya thing. But she takes it
to another level,
like too far,
too raunchy, too much for these kids that you
and
know are
it's too
listening.
trendy. You know, it's like that's
very
the thing.
trendy.
It's like it's so trendy. You got girls
she's
talking
saying
like
things
that.
other girls don't be wanting to say out loud. So now it's in a song. It gives them a reason. to say
And
it
it's
out
just
loud,
crazy.
you know
It's
what
like
I
it's
mean?
not even nothing to really be proud about. Like, because even though a nigga will turn up with you, but that immediately takes you off of like the list of
being taken seriously.
Bitches he want to be with. You know, it's like you the last and be like, I will fuck the shit out you.
But that's about it.
Drunk stumbling out the club, but
and then you get mad at that if that being judged about you, but that's what you're representing when you're singing and doing.
Yeah, for
right.
Sure.
All right, so
I don't like that part.
Let's get deep. Let's get deep, fellas. We here, man. I think it's a good conversation for the three people we here with. Let's get right to it, man. Challenging perceptions. I wish we had like our thing, like challenging perceptions, all that. But
I try to find a UFO.
Whatever. Let's get some noises, all that. You know what I mean? I want to talk clones. I want to talk deep fakes, and I want to talk NASA. Right now, it needs to be talked about. So one. Cloning. I'm not gonna ask if y'all think it's possible. It is possible.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we know this is possible.
Yeah, we know
if
that
you
it's possible.
Don't know you've been under a rock. Something wrong with you. You're delusional.
The question is that we've been having in here is about the application of cloning. What aspect do you think the government or the deep state?
Oh, that is the number one answer.
But no, I'm not saying what they're using it for. I'm saying like how they're applying it to. Do you think they're really taking influential people out of certain communities and dropping a replacement?
It's a possibility.
Look,
huge possibility.
To me, it's either you want to clone him or he's getting a computer chip. He's getting arrested,
which is like the same thing.
Shit.
Right, or they're down for every last thing that needs to be done.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Got some of them niggas in the streets when they get locked up and they from doing some crazy shit and get right back out.
Yeah. You wonder.
They're paying these niggas to come out here and have it because.
So I look at it in a few different ways, right? It's like the deal gets presented, right? We don't have to get all, super wonky about it.
That's the deal for you.
But the deal is exactly. But I think the deal is like, yo, you do this, you don't do this, we're gonna do this, and it gets shown to the clone gets shown to you, like, yo, we can replace you, bro. Easily, and not getting, again, not to be on some they clone Tyrone inspired this. No, we've been talking this talk for a while. Sure. You know what I mean? Ever since the first time I seen them clone a lamb. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Exactly.
Everybody say it's non-fiction.
Come on.
So do you see?
But what? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So I just saw recently that I can't remember which platform, but somebody was testing I think it was Amazon testing a preventative AI for crime detection, like Minority Report.
Oh yeah.
So basically, it's like the way it would be applicated is like
it's like.
So say the computer can scan your vitals and shit, right?
Right.
And it can say that you have a high aptitude to have strokes, right? They can take your driver's license and tell you need to go see a doctor because you're more than likely to have a stroke while driving.
Yeah.
So they revoke your driver's license and tell you got to go to the doctor first and make sure that you're okay and get verified.
I've seen that. Yes, I have. I've seen that, and it's a wild thing that is even happening the way it's happening right now.
Or just having
the fact that it's the reality
because it's
right now is pretty wild.
The thought that someone can come and tell you like you got a high aptitude to shoot up a school, so you need to go get psychiatric help, or you're not going to be able to participate.
If you don't do it in this many days,
you can't drive the car. You can't do this.
Hold on. So watch this.
I'm disputing that because who was creating the algorithm to tell me?
But see, when the algorithm is being created by a supercomputer, which ultimately is 1,000,000 times smarter than any man, the man gives the faith to the computer system. At that point, it's like
trust the numbers and trust the process, everything. It's all about the zeros and ones.
Numbers. That's what I'm saying.
It's all about zeros and ones.
So there'll definitely be people on one side like you.
So basically, you're telling me that you can put my family's history in there, and it's gonna tell you about me.
Yes.
I am the motherfucking third, bro.
Based off of your, but hold on. But listen to how you're speaking of in terms of. You making your decision consciously. The zeros and ones is deciding for you.
I'm not, because
you know what I mean?
The way I look at it, like me and my dad are the same person, but different at the same time.
Oh, true.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So you can't go off that.
No, they can't. They can't, but they will.
Emotions matter.
No.
That's the basis. That's the basis of the argument with people who are opposed or like anti-AI. Though is that human emotion and interaction is
matters.
No.
It's like you can't predict it. You know.
Well,
I can give you a couple different scenarios.
Okay.
Like, say something happened when your kid was around. You know what I'm saying? You can react 3 different ways depending on who's around,
right,
what's around, what happened.
Yep. That's
you
for
feel
sure.
what I'm saying?
Yep, that's for sure.
But the computer's not going to see it like that. The computer's going to see it like, well, this happened, and this is how we react.
Well, watch this though.
The computer's gonna check how fast your heart was pumping at the moment of time where it happened.
But guys, we gotta realize AI right now is creating its own way to process those emotions, and they not based off of the programmer no more.
Yeah, but
not anymore. Because now, as the programmer, I'll program what I want for the AI. But now the AI is able to learn from that, and now the plus side for a programmer is I don't gotta touch this no more, right?
Yeah.
It's just gonna do. But the bad side of it is you don't know what else that shit is thinking and processing on the other side of it. Yeah, no, and that's one of the earliest breakdowns of that. Yeah,
but
that's China. That's literally the way China functions right now.
You're right.
But that is
heavy,
crazy because
for sure.
Everything that they was doing wasn't right.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But as long as they had a higher probability than the other one, then they going forward.
And the wild thing is,
it don't matter if it was 1%, 0.1.
Nah, they don't.
So if you're not aware, if you haven't heard of the concept of smart cities, they're already being developed around the world. The line in Saudi Arabia is one.
Yeah.
I don't think that the line is really designed to be a smart city, the same concept in the Western society. I think Saudi Arabia, the line will be a literally free society of wealthy people who are governed by the amount of money they have. You know, it's going to be like a wealthy society where everybody's rich, and the more money you have, the more privilege you have. You're not going to be governed the way regular society is. It's going to be the start of
that's just like the movie Timeless.
I think you're talking about In Time. With Justin Timberlake. In Time. Well, they're working on that now with the passports, right? They're trying to prevent you. They're about to make them regional versus like me just having one and I can go wherever. Anywhere, you know what I'm saying? So that's their way of controlling that. But all right, so to stay in line with the challenge of perceptions, right? When we come to the deep fakes, right, in our politics and what's being put in front of us, you think this shit is actually being like really faked in front of us, like as actors in suits to prolong the lives of these politicians and people that they want in power?
It's possible. I think that even rolls into the clone thing. Like, see a lot of content about like Joe Biden and the discrepancies in his physical appearance.
Indeed.
You know, and that could be deep fake, or it could be, you know, he's an important person. He's the most important person on the face of the earth right now.
Well, you seen that they said that they're about to start using physical fitness tests
like 5 or 6 of them
for the president to test how.
So do you think if the president of the United States needs to be like a fit mind and body?
Listen,
or
yes, sir.
Is the mind?
Indeed. When I grew up, I thought the president was the model of what you should be.
Right.
That I mean, even without knowing who presidents were, when I hear that word, that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we were raised on the physical fitness test, national.
There's no precedent for that belief.
Presidential.
Because all our presidents in our lifetime have, none of them besides Barack Obama probably is like the ideal.
Besides Kennedy. Kennedy was one. He didn't show that he was out there doing sports.
He looked
and who's the one that was in, and I don't want to say he was in the NFL.
The youngest president.
He was a quarterback or something. Oh, man.
Ronald Reagan was an actor.
He was an actor, right?
Yeah, Ronald
I feel like there was somebody else.
He was the most popular president before Donald Trump.
Yeah, exactly. That was that guy.
John F. Kennedy was a young man.
And I only say that to think about it. Black people groom their kids to be athletes.
This is true.
White people?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, safe space.
So they groom their kids to be nerds. IT.
No, but they groom their kids to run the country.
Right. To be the one.
To be the supervisors.
If you look at
the overseers.
Yeah, you go. There you go.
Get your ass, Jonte. I told you.
Listen, come on. That's real. That's real.
15 minutes for that break, bitch. You been out there for a while.
That's a fact. Another one has stepped in. Family has stepped in. Yeah, fam stepped in the building. But yeah, back into the deepfake conversation, man.
The biggest deepfake of them all.
Fam, you want me to give you one right now?
I'm asking.
America. No, I'm playing.
No, it's not deep. But
I'm saying
that's mad real.
But I mean, I do look at I right now for me is this president shit. You know, the fact that, you know, it's uncomfortable for me when I see you pulling on your face and seeing different movements that you don't see happen on human skin. You know what I'm saying?
And what about?
And that's not just playing off my sci-fi mind of things. You know what I mean? I do watch some wild shit. You know, little bros always judge me for watching the wild things I watch. That's just to keep my mind open. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I think just the presidential side of it is what's freaking me out, man. And the fact that it can happen that high up, you know, that's freaked me out. What do you What's yours? What's something
NASA,
you read
bro.
about? Okay.
I think NASA is probably the biggest.
You still haven't done that flat Earth thing yet, have you? Type it in backwards.
No, I didn't type it in backwards.
Type it in backwards.
But I've always been suspicious of it. Like I said, when I went through a flat Earth episode, right?
You know, and your time, you'll see it.
This is how it started off for me with the flat Earth shit. It was like I saw people saying that the Earth was flat. Like Kyrie Irving is really what sent me down the rabbit hole. Yeah. Because I'm sitting there like I respect Kyrie Irving. For sure. He's a smart dude, well educated, well spoken.
Yep. Duke alumni.
When he was started questioning it, I thought it was dumb. You know, when people were saying like Kyrie Irving gotta be the dumbest motherfucker. You know, so I started looking up flat Earth stuff. You know, and hearing people's argument. Yeah. And then I fucking look to NASA to reassure me of the things that I was taught, you know, about and it just wasn't reassuring at all.
Well, that's what we've been raised. I mean,
it just wasn't reassuring.
You know, just like being raised on the Bible, y'all. You know, we question a lot of things there, and not even question the Bible, just understanding, right? But NASA, I mean, how do you feel knowing that the word itself in Hebrew means like deception? You know what I'm saying? That was
another thing that
that's kind of just wild to me to have that. You know, even when we talked about CERN, you know, and over in, I think CERN's in Switzerland. And it has what does it have? Hit me with the word again. What does it have over there? What's the collider called again?
Particle accelerator.
Come on, talk that shit, man. My nigga, scientists over here. Listen,
now, I know scientists. I just know them niggas is over there cooking some shit up.
Cooking over there, and the fact that they have that, you know, the statue in front of it. You know, I don't want to misspeak on the name, but it's the Hindu statue that.
Oh yeah, you read it earlier. I couldn't repeat it if I.
Well, you know, it represents creation and destruction, and the fact that you have it sitting in the courtyard of your compound is kind of wild to me.
I think a lot of stuff is hidden in plain sight. I think people's comprehension is not there to even catch all of this. You know, it's like one of those things. It's like people say if it's so important, why the fuck is it all like right there? You know, it's like y'all tripping. Yeah. Like these niggas is like he a doctor. Yeah. Like she's a lawyer. Like I saw them bitches on the weekend with robes on, with with a bloody lamb walking down the street. Like tripping,
singing and humming to themselves.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that, and it's like that with everything. It's like everything's really hidden right in front of you.
It is, but it's in plain sight enough for you to.
But it's
once
weird.
You find the pattern or find the path, it's right there.
But this is the thing that's weird to me though, because you'll ask somebody like, do they believe the government is corrupt, right? And they'll be like, yeah, I believe there's corruption. That corruption exists within the government, right? And then you'll say something like, well, maybe the Earth could be flat, maybe NASA is lying, and they'll say, nigga, you stupid. You say how? You realize NASA is a government agency. Right. It's a government-funded agency. You know, the government's paying for all this fucking space
still a
research.
Part of the same game, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
They try to separate it, but it's not. You know
if you believe that the government can be corrupt in any aspect, then you can believe that they lie to you about space.
They had this one cat. I saw this online recently. They created a program for this guy. Well, basically, you know, it's about the drugs and how it got spread around, but they basically created a program for these guys to sell drugs out of the community, right? But what they did is they also. So just more so speaking about a setup, just, you know, the CIA and how they implant things. You know, they implanted. You know, the drug dealers out here, they've assassinated some so that others can flourish. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that they can assassinate regular people and insert clones in their place to keep things going.
You know, shows like Narcos where they show where they're like funding Colombian drug wars
just to keep it,
just to keep
going. That's for
because they need the money.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
There's too profitable. Capitalism trumps morals in America for shiggity.
I watched this. I'm about down my Tubi rabbit hole. You know what I mean?
Tubi.
But I was watching this joint. I think it's called 211. My man said he had a hat, and on his hat it had money over everything. You know what I mean? And it threw his mans off because he was like, "Damn, I didn't think that's how you was really moving." And he ended up, the dude wearing the hat ended up being the one who played everybody at the end, you know, for money. You know what I mean? So,
nigga, I mean, shit,
put it right there in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
It's not too many people. It's not too many people that you trust enough to say, like, if they were offered some money for your life.
They always say it's a dollar amount. There,
it's like, you know, a lot of niggas, it wouldn't even take much. You go offer them 20 grand.
Yeah, really.
And they,
especially based off whatever their situation is at that time of their life.
Don't let nobody say something like 500 grand. You know, it's not too many niggas you wouldn't fucking ice right now for 500 grand. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. Hey, listen, man. Stick to your morals. Understand, you know, what really makes you tick out here. You know what I mean?
Man.
You know, in closing, man, it's just been another great show. Like always, you know, just keep us locked in. Like, subscribe. You know, Session with Shells on YouTube and other platforms to come. Fly Tie, you got anything for him, man?
Nah, man. Stay 10 toes down. That's it, B.
That's enough there.
Love the ones who love you.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, man.
If it ain't being reciprocated, then cut it off.
Listen.
Straight the fuck up.
Act accordingly, y'all. It's your man, Uncle Shell.
And it's your boy, Fly Tie.
It's another session.